So, if you're feeling creatively blocked, questioning your direction, or just unsure how to move forward in alignment, I have a special episode for you today. While I bring 20 years of experience in graphic design, illustration, and entrepreneurship to the table, I also read tarot and oracle cards as a tool for insight for both my own life and for my clients as well. These readings aren't about predicting the future, but about turning in and tuning in to see what needs our attention, or simply reconnecting with the wisdom that is already within us. And today I'll channel a message and pull a few cards to help illuminate the themes, energy shifts, and inner work that might be surfacing for you at this time. I hope that this can serve as a mirror, a compass, or a spark of inspiration to help you move forward with more confidence and clarity. So go grab your favorite beverage, get cozy, and let's dive in. There's someone here that's possibly feeling a resistance to moving forward within their business, starting a new business, or starting a new creative project. This could be because something needs to be looked at, assessed, and or reviewed before proceeding. So this is a time to plan, strategize, and address something before moving forward. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the energy of the reading today or if that was just a bit of a side note, but those were the cards that came out in the pre-shuffle. And now I'm actually pulling cards for the collective reading today. So if you are new to these, I pull cards that will hopefully show me the energy and what you most need to know right now. These are general readings, so they are not personal or one-to-one readings, so they won't resonate with everyone. So please take what does resonate and leave the rest. My readings are also for inspiration and not to give you full-on advice on how to run your life or make decisions, so please use your discernment there. And let's get into your reading and see what messages want to come through for you. For the collective today, to help them on their journey. Okay, so I have two cards here. I have the Walker, the Unknown, and a Journey. Again, I feel like someone is moving towards something new here. They are walking on a new path and are really not sure what the destination looks like. They might have an idea of that next step, but they don't really know if it's going to work out. They're getting a lot of questions, more questions than answers, because there is no rule book for what they are trying to do. So this is uncharted territory. This is a complete unknown, and it is something that you have to have faith in walking. Not only faith, but divine trust in yourself, what you know, and what you feel as well. And I'm getting that with I think they're sparrows, but for some reason doves were coming to mind. Or maybe they're swallows. But yeah, there's something, you're walking into new territory, new lands, and there is potential challenges that you're not quite certain that you'll be able to overcome. And maybe right now you don't even see them. So that's a fear in itself. And then you have, interesting, you have the Spy Master, knowledge and distrust. And we just talked about that. But it's interesting. It's like you are trying to find answers in the external, hoping to find that correct answer for you, trying to find knowledge, trying to find maybe some, I don't want to say sneaky workarounds, but some tricks and tips and how to make sure that you don't make any mistakes along the way. Because there is a lack of trust within your own knowing, within your own, I'm hearing for some reason resolution, within your own kind of decision making or idea that you have. But I'm seeing the key at the top of this card. So it's like the key that you're searching is not in front of you. It is not in the external. It is within, or in kind of the divine, within the mind, within your intuition. So it's almost like there's a call to listen to that a little bit more along the way here as you're stepping into this new path. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Sentinel, which is determination and certainty. And there's a shield here. So there's almost like this protectiveness. And I don't know if that's a protectiveness that needs to be created or built so that you can move along this pathway with confidence. And maybe that's something to consider, is to, I mean, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees, and there's no possible way for us to know every single thing that's going to happen along the way. But to do our best to maybe protect our resources, kind of giving it our best shot. How can we give it our best shot with what we know and what we can attain in this moment? And yeah, it's like you're trying to look for certainty, but certainty does not exist. So this is about building up your own resources, building up your own skill set, and to prepare yourself for this journey, essentially. There might be some protectiveness that's required, and I'm not sure what that is. Maybe you have to build up some level of financial security so that you feel more comfortable and certain when you're on this path. And there's a lot of planning here. So I'm just looking further down in the deck here. And I mentioned finances because we have the Patron here. And then we have the Archer, which is biding your time and planning ahead. So more planning energy, more taking your time on this journey. This isn't a sprint to the finish line. I feel like you're carving your own path for something here. And it's going to require time. It's going to require patience and a lot of intention. So there's a strong awareness that I feel needs to happen in order for you to really feel comfortable or not get taken off the path in some way, but also to build up your confidence, to build up your trust. So let's get into more cards here. And let's see. Because we're speaking about the unknown, I'm going to use a moon deck, which I love. And anything you need to know about the decks that I'm using today, or if you'd like to book a personal reading for yourself, or if you just want to know anything else, everything is in the description box. Thank you for being here and taking your time out of your day to share this space with me. So let's get some more information on the Walker, the Unknown, a Journey. It's going to be a magical one. We have the Enchanted. So I think that this one could be driven by spirituality. It could be driven by creativity and something that you are inspired to follow. So whatever that is for you, I feel like this is a magical journey. And again, we have a doorway here. So a doorway into the unknown. The moon is always about the unknown, the mystery, and the discomfort that comes with that. Also, emotions could be coming up as well. Some excited emotions, but also a little bit of doubt and trepidation because of all of the unknowns and all of the mystery surrounding this journey. Now, this could be a physical travel as well. So you could be going somewhere new. I don't know if it's for business or if it's for a creative project, and you're just not sure about where you're going, or you've never done something before. So again, I just feel like you're stepping into a new doorway, new possibilities. What is this Spy Master? Knowledge and distrust. What is this Spy Master? Do nothing. So it's almost like if you were to listen to this spy master and really lean into the distrust, thinking that you don't have enough knowledge or you don't have the skill, there's a lot of self-doubt that comes through with that. It's almost as if nothing will happen or you will do nothing. It's almost like you'll stay in place. And this feels very, that could be some advice, is that in order to gain the knowledge that you need to gain to understand this new pathway in its fullest, maybe you need to do nothing for a time to see how it sits, how it feels. Hopefully you have the opportunity to do that. But this also tells me to not react or to not do nothing because you're feeling this distrust, because you feel doubt. That doesn't mean that this new pathway is not for you. According to the cards, and you'll have to use your discernment, it is going to be, yes, an unknown and possibly uncomfortable journey, but I think there's going to be a lot of rewards in it. It's going to be surprising in really good ways. It's going to be enchanting and magical. And it's almost like we're looking at two pathways here, where one is kind of exciting but unknown, and it's magical. It's a journey, so you'll experience a lot of new things. And then there's this other path, the path of not trusting yourself, and the path of gathering as much knowledge as you can and not really going anywhere and doing nothing, or at least not acting upon your instincts or your intuition. So bottom of the deck, we have more energy of protection. And that harkens back to the bottom of the deck here, which is protection of the armor, having the armor up. Now, what I'm getting from that is that you could be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not highly sensitive, but you're overprotecting yourself to the point where you're stagnating. I don't know if that's true. So that message could be for some and not all, but just check in with that. That's just a call to check in, to make sure that you're not holding yourself back in any way and you are not acting out of distrust or fear or doubt. Underneath that, we have take the lead is underneath that. Interesting. Mystery. And that card is, it's just about, you're not going to know all the answers, and that's okay. You're not going to know what's going to happen in a year or 2 months or a week or a day. Nobody really does, but that's okay. I feel like you're a person that really needs to have assurance along their path to feel good about walking it. But sometimes there's a lot of growth and a lot more opportunities on pathways that we take risks doing. Sometimes there's opportunities there that we couldn't possibly have crafted ourselves had we not taken that leap of faith, leap of trust. And that's not to say this pathway will not have its challenges. I think no matter what pathway you take, you're going to have challenges. This could be a challenge of stagnating and doing nothing, because maybe there is something else that your soul wants to do. There's growth, there's new perspectives, new experiences that you want to have. But in order to do that, you must step out and take that risk and trust your knowing, trust the path. Now, that doesn't mean to take uncalculated risks or to be, what's the word I'm looking for? To take so many risks that you compromise your current position, or you do a disservice to yourself or your business in some way. And reckless, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. This is about maybe just dipping your toe in for a time to help build that trust and confidence. So let's carry on. We're going to get tarot now, and let's just see if we can get any more guidance and advice here. I wouldn't be surprised if the moon came out. The star hit the deck here. So, let's see. we'll get 4 cards and then we'll talk about it. If this is resonating, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear your stories. Or, yeah, you can just say, yep, it resonates. It helps me know that I'm doing a good job and that these are helping you in some way. Okay. You all got reversals. So we have 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This tells me that there's something here that you're feeling unfulfilled with, which could be the reason and the trigger for you starting along this new path, for you to take initiation and to create something of your own manifestation. That was underneath the 9 of Pentacles, or pardon me, the 9 of Cups in reverse. So it's almost like you have to kind of look at the things that are not feeling fulfilling or satisfying, or just what's draining your energy as well. Because underneath that, if you're willing, you can start creating from the resources that you have. Now, again, there's a little bit of mystery as to what that will create, because it's not only going to be different for everyone, but it's just there's a complete unknown. It's almost like you have to let go of the outcomes and just focus on what you have in this moment, what you're able to do, and what is within your control. And that is your only focus. And everything else, leave it to the universe. So the Star in reverse came out here. There's definitely some doubt coming through, and possibly some healing that is required in order for you to move forward. There could be some doubts about you kind of attaining your aspirations in their fullest. There could be some kind of self-worth issues there, or insecurities there, maybe even a fear of success as well. So the Star is always about aligning yourself to your North Star, what you feel is your biggest purpose, or at least what feels in most alignment to you right now. So when it's in reverse, it's like there's a misalignment there. And that would make sense with the 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, because that tells me that something's not feeling great to you. So it's time that this gets addressed here. Temperance in reverse is an energy of needing to do some trial and error. So this is an energy of alchemy, of taking something that isn't so ideal and transforming it into something to your benefit, something that you can feel, heal, and let go of, something that you can manage in a really balanced way. And when this lady's in reverse, it's kind of like she's not able to do that. It's almost something here is overwhelming you, and you're too, I don't know if you're too invested in something here. And again, it could be part of this 9 of Cups in reverse, where you might be too invested in an outcome. You might be too emotionally invested in something within your business or your creative project. So this is a call for you to kind of step back and take stock of what you need as a creator, as a business owner, to feel most fulfilled and to feel most in alignment. Now we have the 10 of Cups here in reverse. This tells me that there could be a connection to community here, where you're feeling misaligned within a community, or you're not being seen or heard among your community. The first thing that's coming to mind is you're putting stuff out online on social media and nobody's seeing your stuff. So this is about finding community maybe closer to home that you can really connect with, and finding your place is kind of what I'm feeling here. So it's almost like where you're at no longer feels aligned to you. And this might be a little bit surprising, but it's helping you on a new journey. And there's almost this resistance of, I see it, but I don't know how to take the steps forward. So taking the steps forward, it's going to start with self first, and maybe some reflection on what needs to heal, if that fits and is appropriate. What needs to come back into balance again? Do you need to take some time for yourself to be able to restore your energy? Maybe take yourself out of a situation that isn't feeling great or satisfactory to you. and not really investing in places or communities or people that drain your energy or aren't appreciating you. So there feels like there's more going on here than meets the eye. And that's kind of what I got with this key above the crow, is like there's kind of a key that you don't quite see yet. And I think that will happen. You'll see the key when you slow down to make some assessments and intentionally move in the direction that feels best for you. The Empress, pardon me, I get hiccups and burps when I channel, so I apologize. The Empress in reverse is about values. It's about the things that you love. It's about how you nurture yourself, how you nurture the things that you love. When she's in reverse, there's a call to really look at this. I think that this is a big highlight here because she is in reverse. There could be some in the collective that aren't taking great care of themselves at this time, and that can also be part of the Temperance energy where some moderation needs to happen. So this could be anything from over-exercising, overworking, overeating, not eating enough, not exercising enough, etc. So just look at where those imbalances are in your life at this time and try to find those opposite polarities or those corrections. Because I feel in order for you to see expansion and to have the most energy on this new pathway, you're going to have to start with self-care. And self-care doesn't necessarily mean rest and bubble baths, although that could be the case for some. This could be doing the hard things. This could be do nothing to recover. This could be looking at what needs to heal. You know, those wounds that are keeping us held back, or those boundaries that we need to put in place. And when I say boundaries, I don't mean to put boundaries in to control other people. Boundaries are for you to know how to protect your energy, to communicate what it is you need in a specific environment or within a specific situation. And yeah, it's kind of like your rule book to engaging with the world. But the Empress is all about, again, misalignment to values, because we're talking about Venus energy. So what are the things that you are investing in at this time that's either not seeing a return or simply is no longer working for you anymore? It's kind of like what I'm seeing here is a garden that is just dust and nothing's growing, and yet you might be continuing to water it and to till the soil, but the soil doesn't have any nutrients. It dries out really fast. It is not a conducive environment to nurturing new life. So I think this is your biggest advice card here, to take a step back, to nurture and realign to your values, to do some healing, and to find the right places, spaces, and communities that can possibly help you through this time. I feel like if you move from this space of not being in alignment or not feeling balanced, that you could have a really rough go of moving down this new path. So I think that's why the protection energies came through so strongly at the bottom of the decks here, because this is a time to protect your energy. This is a time to reserve yourself for the most aligned things and eliminate anything else. So that could be in your financial, arena, in your business as a whole, what's working, what's not, and even yourself as an individual and a business owner. You want to make sure that you're ready for this next new journey and that you are fueled enough within the body and within the mind to be able to overcome the obstacles that will most likely be ahead on this new journey, because you are charting a new course and you need to be as best prepared as possible for that. So, my dear collective, I do hope that was helpful for you along your journey. Let me know in the comment section if this was helpful and any takeaways that you got from this reading today. And until next time, stay curious, and we'll see you soon.